And usually, Joby Ramos, that's his best set. All the balls he sets behind him.
Mahalski with another good serve. Sends J.P. Marks to the court. Sador cross-court shot. Doesn't put it down, and then out of the back row. And off for the touch. That's a point for Stanford. They lead it 4-2.
Pretty good scramble play by Stanford that time. It was a broken play, and Irvin comes out of the back row, and 3 blockers up, and Ramos gets a touch on it.
Taylor Averill blocked at the net. Sador put up by Shaw, and setting up to the far side. Dug up by Marks. Cheat over toward the bench, and then Sador knocks it over. Good hustle play by Hawaii. Another dig by Sador, and Siki gets the double block, puts it down.
Boy, Sador doing some nice digging in that back right position right now. And he's got to do that if Hawaii's going to be any good. That back right position's got to be a position that brings up a lot of balls. Sador with his 5th dig right there.
Now look at the University of Hawaii. They were down by 8 last time we saw. Now they've narrowed the gap to 2. And an ace serve.
Siki's that crafty little, wily little server who moves it around. He'll roll it over the net, just get it barely in. Sometimes, since he rolled that one, I think he'll just get up and rip this one. That's my guess.
And another one with a little bit of overspin. Scooter Sakita with the pass. Swing by Spencer Haley for the kill. Sador, and a net violation. That's going to be whistled against Stanford. That'll be a point for Hawaii.
I think Spencer Haley got a little bit of cable that time.
And so Taylor Averill back to serve it up for Hawaii. Tied for the 3rd time, and there they are in the Manoa Maniacs section. That's the girls beach volleyball team.
Well, their beach gear on, yeah, they're all their beach gear on.
Yeah, they got all their beach. I saw them as I was coming into the arena tonight, to the center, I should say. Center, all out there, and kind of all decked out. And they begin their schedule, I believe, sometime around March.
More and more teams are starting to start programs. I think Stanford women are starting a program. I think Nebraska's starting one. UCLA starting one.
But no men.
No men sand volleyball, no.
And you don't think that's going to happen either?
No.
Why?
Don't think it's going to happen.
Is
football, because of
Title IX
gender equity,
issue,
you need to have equal number of opportunities
Gotcha.
for both genders.
Gotcha.
So if you start a men's sport, that's just adding more. And football right now takes up about 105 spots, so you need 105 spots on either side.
Ball was almost an overpass. Hawaii could take advantage of it, and then Marks gets roofed at the net. James Shaw, the 6'7" freshman, comes in and puts up the big block, and Stanford goes up 7-6.
And this is classic technique. Shaw goes up to the outside, press it, right hand press back down into the court. Very good technically is James Shaw.
Matt Cheat, the hustle play for Hawaii, but a free ball for Stanford. Siki puts it up. Cheat keeps it alive. Sador knocks it over. And then the easy shot. Look at the pancake dig by Ramos, but it's an overpass. And taking care of business on the other side is James Shaw, but Hawaii with 3 good hustle plays, but in the end, the Cardinal get the point.
Once again, as they did last night, playing some pretty good defense. There you see Siki get one. Look at Sheep pop that up, and here's the pancake you see by Ramos, but he follows through a little bit too much and overpasses it, and then Stanford gets an easy kill.
Looks like it almost came up a little bit higher off the wrist. And
it did, I think so.
And because it was angled the way it was, it just kind of propelled the ball a little bit too forward. Quick set middle, Davis Holt off the chest of Cook.
Davis Holt picks up kill number 3.
Good swing, and that qualifies for our Hawaii Hardware hard hit. Good swing by Holt.
What a great success story is Davis Holt. We talked about him, how he didn't think he, as you see the ace serve from J.P. Marks, but Davis Holt, what a story about how he didn't think he could play Division I volleyball coming out of Maryknoll High School. And he's been watching the Warriors for years, always wanted to play, and now he's getting to live his dream. He's getting coached by one of his heroes, Maudie Labar.
Pretty cool. Back to serve it up, J.P. Marks, tied at 8-all. Another good serve, put up by Irvin, dug up by Matthew Cheap. Back to Siki, and he hits it into the net. A little bit, perhaps, low, that said. Joby Ramos kind of looked at him and said, okay, that one's on me. He didn't get it quite high enough for you. Made it difficult for him to work on it.
Siki, usually a pretty high percentage player, not making many errors, but tonight, 5 errors. He's got 4 kills, 5 errors, hitting negative 100. Not normal numbers for Siki.
The back set to Sador didn't have much to work with. Just pushed it over inside the table. That swing is going to be long. Cook with a little bit too much heat on that one. Point Hawaii, and it's tied up again at 9.
Set number 2, so important, especially for the team that lost set number 1. They can't afford to go into the locker room down 0-2. Tough to come back. And the team that's won the first set, they would love to get in the locker room 2-0.
Cook. And he powers it through the block. He had a one-on-one with Brooke Sador. And Cook beats Brooke on that one. 10-9 Stanford. Cardinal having taken the first set by a score of 25-20. Stephen Irvin coming off of that all-world career night. Good serve by him. Cross-court set to Siki. That's a good set and a difficult one all the way cross-court.
He was going up against 2 of Stanford's better blockers, Mahalski and Brian Cook, but he just powered it through. I think he's a little irritated with himself that he's hitting 0-0-0 right now. He'd love to start turning it around.
Sador at that long stare down at the ball. A serve just out.
Oh, Scooter Sakita barely got out of the way there. That ball arrived in a hurry. He almost got hit.
Eric Mahalski back to serve it up for the Stanford Cardinal. They lead at 11-10. Came into this weekend ranked number 3 in the country. Hawaii starting to get a little bit of respect after that 2-match sweep. Pepperdine. Averill dug up by Shaw, and the booming swing yet again, and Stephen Irvin with another kill, and his numbers are just starting to mount up yet again. He's already up there at 5 kills on the night in 11 attempts. It
was a great set by Mahalski, nice swing by Irvin, but the key there was James Shaw with the dig. He had, that's his 6th dig already. He's got 6 out of Stanford's 16 digs. Last night, Shaw with 14 digs.
Averill can't get it over, and a tough play for Hawaii, right over the net. Siki got a hand on it, Averill got a hand on it. It went sideways and out, and it's 13-10. Charlie Wade takes a timeout. All right, back, and we go inside the numbers presented by Burger King. The number is 27, and that is the number of kills for Stanford's Steve Irvin last night. Irvin, well, he didn't just break his previous best, he shattered it. How's that?
He had it all going on. Everything was going his way.
9 kills more than his previous career high. That's pretty impressive. Siki dug up by Caneller, and that's a double hit. Too many touches or a lift. And a point for Hawaii. They're within 2. We'll give you an update on the University of Hawaii men's basketball game in a moment. It's coming right down to the wire at last check. Hawaii up by 1 inside of a minute to play. The Wahine basketball team already winning on the road today. Wouldn't that be something to see both Hawaii teams win on the road on the same day? Spencer Haley with the kill.
That was one of my keys to the match tonight for Stanford, was stronger middle presence. And so far, Spencer Haley's got 3 kills, no errors, hitting almost 700. Mahalski's hitting over 300.
Ramos tried that quick dump shot. Doesn't work. that is off the touch and end point. Stanford, we talked about this with Ramos. It's one thing when you're a setter. Shaw is 6 feet 7 inches. So when he dumps it, it goes almost straight down. Joby, because he's not so tall, went to the 3-meter line.
From OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
All right, back to set number 2. Hawaii, once again, a little bit of work cut out for him as you look at the girls' sand volleyball team from the University of Hawaii trying to root on the Warriors. Cook back to serve it for Stanford. J.P. Marks manages to squeeze that one through the block of Shaw. And a point for Hawaii. They're within 3 at 12, serving 15. And look, in to serve is Frey and Efre. Haven't seen him into the game for a while. And Efre Eaton Thomas, 6'4" junior out of Long Beach. Really one of probably the nicest guys on the team. Really had a nice chance to visit with him at their fundraiser Wednesday night. A big block. The roof by Hawaii.
Oh, and Efre can jump, by the way. Did I tell you about that?
Out of the house, right?
He has Michael Jordan hops.
And Joby Ramos, how's that? Who goes just 6 feet.
Oh, you got to love it when the setter gets the block like that. You're trying to pick on him, which is a smart thing to do. And he made them pay for it.
Kind of a funny little throw down there. And Efre mishandles that one. And Matthew Cheap back in. And Eaton Thomas back over to the bench. 16, serving 13. Jake Caneller, senior out of Westlake Village, California. Cheap pops it up. Cross court set. J.P. Marks, one of his better swings of the night.
I'll tell you what made that play. First of all, was a great pass that time from Cheap, and you see that Stanford had a commit block on there. They thought the ball was going to go to Davis Holt, so they jumped right with him, which left a one-on-one on the outside for J.P. Marks. He had only James Shaw to worry about.
And Ramos to serve it for Hawaii. Good serve. And there's that dump shot again, and that's the difference between Ramos and Shaw, 6 inches. Make it 7 inches, and it just allows him to put it almost straight down.
And Shaw is so offensive. You know, not all setters in the league are that offensive, but Shaw can afford to be because he is so tall and has such, he has, you know, pretty good jump, and so long arms, good range. And he's smart. He knows where all the open spots are on the court, so he just provides another thing that you have to prepare for as a defense.
Marks pops it up, trying to go to the middle. Not a good touch by Holt, and a free ball for the Cardinal. Into the triple block goes Caneller. They go back to the other side, and Steve Irvin makes him pay.
Oh, Shaw put that right on a line to Irvin. Fast tempo, good location, and Irvin looked like he did last night. Looked like an All-American.
And Charlie Wade signals for a timeout as the Warriors find themselves trailing now in the second set by 4, 18-14.
Stanford now creeping up in their hitting percentage. They're at least hitting now 250 now after hitting 0 a lot of the first set. Hawaii still struggling, hitting 0.77, and their side-out percentage isn't very strong either. Hitting only 55% for their side-out percentage. If you want to win in this league, you got to side out around between 69 and 73 or so, somewhere around there. And Stanford siding out right now at 71% for the second set. Yeah. That's a big reason why they're leading right now.
Well, we have a moment here going through the Stanford Cardinal press guide, and you're probably a little familiar with this. There's a section in there that says Coach Mac's influence. And of course, they're talking about you. A huge impact at Stanford University from his days as an undergraduate in the 60s until present day, and going back really to the infancy of the program. Your class of '68 credited with not only perhaps saving